I saved it for you, boy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Wild. A person, an animal, or a plant living in its natural environment, not domesticated, not cultivated, unhinged and untethered. Welcome to Wild Magic. And my name is Angela. I am a wildlife rehabilitator and the animal control officer. I look forward to getting to know the wild in each of you, because this is what this program is about, to connect to the inner wild in each of us, and how animals and being in connection with animals helps us do that. Magic. The law of similarity and the law of contagion, because I'm going to be referencing these laws throughout my talk, and how animals show us and prove to us that both of these sympathetic magic tenets actually exist. And so my premise and my understanding is that anytime we come into contact with an animal, a piece of them is with us, and we leave a piece with them. How you can tell that a crow is a baby is their eyes are always blue, and they'll shift to gray and then black. But the size of their body is as big as their parent. So law of contagion, the crow thought he was going to go to school too. And this crow, every morning that Grace was waiting to get on that school bus, would stand there with her as if like, well, aren't I getting on the bus? Sympathetic magic. He was raised with Grace, and him and Grace have a bond, and we have a bond with this animal that will never be broken, because that's the law of magic. Like the hawk flew into the windshield, shattered the entire windshield, and landed splayed out on the floor. And it was the biggest hawk I'd ever seen, ever in my life. Ever. Females tend to be larger. I get the gloves on, I get the hawk. The truck driver is really upset about this hawk. He wants to make sure this hawk is okay. There's shattered glass everywhere. I'm assuming that she must have a cut or a wound of some kind on her. And this is, yet again, the law of similarity and contagion. I have to examine her body, and I can't really do it with these big fat gloves. And I say to her, I promise you, I'm not going to hurt you if you don't hurt me. And she held the glove with her talons, and she wrapped around one finger, and I pulled my hand out, and I was able to examine her wings, every part of her body. That bird did not hurt me, and I did not hurt her. We kept that sacred contract. And I really truly believe when you speak your intention to an animal, they absolutely know what you are doing for them and what they will give you in return. This is me releasing her. That's her against my chest, and I'm just showing her to the sky. I don't know where to release her. It's always best to release them where you found them, but the airport is not where I'm going to release a hawk. And she was flying who knows from where. So I just said, universe, she's yours now. Take her back home. So she never hurt me. I never hurt her. And I will tell you, what this hawk did to that truck driver is change his life for all time, the law of contagion, because he started studying wildlife rehabilitation after the experience with this hawk. So at this point, I've had Hugin for a long time, and he's become my buddy and my friend. And I'm, in my human, flawed heart, I want to keep him because he's amazing. And every day I would walk with Hugin in the woods near the farm. And one day, all of a sudden, he would just be on my shoulder. We'd just take a walk in the woods every day. It's what we would do. All of a sudden, bam, the most painful, that beak grabbed my ear right here in the cartilage and pulled as hard can be. And I was so offended. Why would my friend have done this to me? Well, Hugin was telling me, law of similarity, you're not listening to me. Listen to me. I need to fly, and I deserve to be free. Ooh, it still makes me cry, because I love this bird. I set him free that very day. No more pretend flying in that flight cage. Time to hover, time to go. So let's jump ahead 2 weeks, okay? Hugin Hugin's magic is not done. A starving raven, starved. She couldn't get off the ground in the woods. I named her Majestic, brought her home, fattened her up. 2 weeks in my flight cage. Fatten her up, fatten her up, fatten her up. By week 3, I think, okay, she's ready to go. She's ready to go. I wasn't correct on that. She wasn't quite strong enough to be released. She flew off in the woods, and all of a sudden I see Hugin come down and grab the duck egg, the goose egg, and I see him fly up and drop it. I'm like, what is he doing? Goes down, picks up the yolk in his mouth, and I see him fly off to the tree, and there is that other raven, and he's feeding her. Law of similarity. He saw me feed him, how to fatten him up. He's now fattening up the next wounded raven. But this is where Hugin's magic goes even further. I was able to publish that story, thank you, honey, in my first ever publication in a periodical called Witches and Pagans. And it's the story of Hugin. You tell me how a magazine like this ends up in a Utah men's prison. I get a letter from the publisher saying that a man incarcerated for, he did not tell me his crime, he'd been incarcerated for decades, read the article about Hugin in this periodical, and that he had had such a hard life as an incarcerated man, and to read about a bird being set free, put wings on his back, he now writes poetry and submits it to the prison periodicals because this bird not only set himself free, but set a man in jail free too. You guys ready for some ghost stories now? They got the mother, she was full pregnant, 10 puppies. She gave birth in the kennel. Buck was the last to go. They had named him Selfie, and they got him to us. Car 2 hours, car 2 hours, car 2 hours, car 2 hours, car 2 hours. You can imagine how car sick this dog was when he came to us from Texas. So this Texan comes to us the night before Halloween. Buck is with me in the barn, and he sees a car pull in that driveway, and he thinks it's coming for him. Gone. Bye-bye. To the mountain. I've had the dog 24 hours. We all get in the car, go into town, gonna put posters up. Now let me just remind you, no one can touch this dog. This dog is traumatized, okay? Put posters up in town, we come home, and I pull in the driveway and I scream. There, sitting in the front yard, behind a locked fence that no one could unlock, is this dog, sitting there, with a smile on his face. Thank you, Grandma, Grandpa. Law of contagion, law of similarities, unseen forces to create an outcome, unseen, mysterious, supernatural forces. If we put our intentions out, someone's listening. So I hear this voice say, you have to get me out. And I turn and look, and there is a trembling, shaking black lab. I don't even know what possessed me other than her. You know, it's $500 now to adopt these dogs from the South because they come spayed, neutered, all of it. $500, paid at Tractor Supply, put this dog in the car. She's got a red harness on, body harness. Buck knew her 5 minutes. We get her home. March 18th, I'll never forget it because there was still 6 feet of snow in Norfolk. Open the door, have her on the leash. She slips backwards out of her red harness. Boom, off she goes to the mountain. I turn to Joan and Grace, I go, well, there goes $500. We're running. We're trying to catch this dog. There is no stopping, catching. There is no getting this dog. We're running. We're running. Ah! She doesn't even know her name probably. We're in 6 feet of snow. We're falling down. We're a disaster. We're a mess. Buck beelines. I've never seen this, and I might never see it again. This dog knew her 5 minutes. He beelined after her, grabbed her by the scruff of the neck, held her to the ground until we can come get her. I'm not kidding you, this is the truth. This dog saved that dog's life. It's what we all can do to help these beautiful creatures that honor our lives.
The first one, discontinue the use of
Rodenticides.
rodenticides and pesticides. They are decimating our apex predators such as eagle, owl, hawk, and fox.
Rat poison has been killing birds in Connecticut. We are decimating our wildlife with rodenticides. If it's the one thing I could ask of you to never ever do, this is the number one.
Zero dye when feeding hummingbirds. 1 cup water with a 1/4 cup sugar.
This right here is a hummingbird nest. I had the honor of raising 2 baby hummingbirds. It was the most magical experience ever. And the mother and the babies fit in a nest this tiny. But here's an interesting fact about hummingbirds. So this is an actual duplicate of a raven's skull. The raven is considered the most intelligent bird in the world due to its brain to body ratio. Look at how big that brain is right there, okay? Guess who's the same exact brain to body ratio? Hummingbird.
Wow.
Never underestimate the intelligence of the tiniest of creatures. Birds do not have a sense of smell. So if you touch a bird, if it's cold, the number one thing is warm it. Warm it in your hands. It's never going to kill you. You can wash your hands when you're done. Warm a bird up. And if you see a nest, get that baby back up there. And the parents will come back.
Darken your yard by removing, reducing outdoor lighting, migrating birds, insects, plants, and we need the darkness.
This is so massive. Who loves fireflies? Who doesn't? Understand that if you have all these lights in your backyard, and it looks so mystical, and I get it because I love all those tea lights and all those beautiful little lights. I stopped the solar lights just in my backyard. I have them in the front so when I come home I can see where I'm going. But I got rid of all artificial lighting in the backyard. Let me tell you the mystical magic that I had this summer because of the fireflies. They can't compete. To them, when they're emitting those lights, that's their mating call. So they think that the bigger guy, the Lion King, is out there with his light shining. He can't compete, so he goes away. The bats, the bugs, even ourselves, it is proven that if we never experience utter darkness, increased depression, increased weight gain, like we need the darkness. The darkness is our friend. I just can't thank you all enough. I had such a great time. And if you have any questions, I'm here. Stay wild, my friends.
Acorn picking cotton candy queen. She was the best of taco with a washing machine. Oh,